It's so open to connectors. So what do you think about that?
Well, at the moment, it's still hard for me. Like, it's still so early days for me that I want to see more data. I want more data before I can really say something conclusive. But I'm just still in the observation mode, just trying to work out, how things are playing out, how the teams are working out. Because it still seems to be the case that these top teams are experimenting with, okay, what's the best way to push outside and actually take the duels and execute? It's like, how do we coordinate who watches where, who throws which flash, what's the best way to do it against the CT setups? Like, it still feels like we're in that territory, and then eventually someone's going to figure out, oh, this is very abusive to do this. Then the CTs will have to work out if that can be counted, and then we have this back and forth still. So the metagame is still like developing massively. So I don't know. I'm just giving you a hugely roundabout answer there, so you're not getting an answer from me.
Fair enough. As well, I think the same thing applies to the CT side and CT setup. So you put one person at Ali, push one person towards Ivy to control the ladder. So here we go. It is going to be Navi who are going to be starting here on the CT side. So let's see what they opt to do. Meanwhile, Virtus.pro, they're going for a 3-2 split. 3 players heading towards B and just leaving Pasha outside Ali and Bayali eyes on the mid connector to try and get a bit of information here.
Yeah, I mean, that threat of the inner push is always so huge, and that's a nice little wallbang spot there. Towards the top of the pop dog ladder, but no action so far. I like this very slow approach from Virtus.pro, not just going for that very simple, standard, straight up inner rush, not just yet at least. In come the wall of smokes for the A bomb site, and Na'Vi have a task on their hands.
They'll certainly do. They're heading towards the old 1.6 pistol master in Edward, but he will fall to the floor. The plant has gone down, and the Ukrainians are hungry to try and defuse this bomb.
Taz at the back though, with the long-range block shots, able to take down one. Trace coming in though, Zeus with that duel, just gets it with the help of Seized, and it's going to be Trace back and forth until it's just Guardian remaining. He needs to also pick up a kit if he can find these frags, and it's going to be a really nice round there from Virtus.pro. They pick it up, they win the pistol, and that is such an awesome way to start a train. Winning the T-pistol is always good.
Yeah, of course. Especially, you touched on it, DDK. You said that based off of what we've seen of Train, this new version of Train so far, it's been incredibly CT-sided. So now Virtus.pro, they've got the pistol round in the bag. On paper, they've now got the firepower. You'd expect them to win the next round, which will put Navi on a full eco and then find themselves 3-0 up. But Seized with the Mac 7 going very aggressive, but Taz with the Mac 10 returns it, and Guardian here on B all by himself. Virtus.pro going to speed things up rather than slow it down, because the Navi players, they're rotating in.
Lots of damage being put in by all these pistols, but they can't seem to close on a flank just yet. Guardian's working really hard with the Eagle. More damage done. They're all so low at the moment. Zeus can basically kill all of them with one single shot from the scout, but he himself is so low, and he's going to opt to try to save this scout, and they might try and hunt him down. Let's see if he can get any kills on the exit here for some extra damage. There comes Neo, and it's easily finished off. So I got to say, it's nice. I mean, Taz just jumping on the choke point as the first man, that completely messed up the Mag 7 play. I could have seen that going huge. If he just had run out, would have been easier for the Mag 7 to connect with the headshot, and maybe we could have seen a bit of a hold, but wasn't to be. 2-0 for Virtus.pro.
Valve, if you're watching, sort out them jumping hitboxes. And the planting hitboxes for Semler as well. You know how passionate he is about them. So here's the full eco we were talking about for Navi. They've got 2 players right on top of this A-bomb site. Nade going out, deals a bit of damage onto one of the Ukrainians, but the bomb is going to go down. CT's coming in, but Neo with 2 Cs comes in with the USP, but he is going to get done from behind. And now Guardian 1 versus 4. He's probably not going to do much with just this P2000.
No, not much to expect here, is it? It's just, I guess a dink onto Pasha at least, so he does put in a bit of effort. But 3-0 now for Virtus.pro, and the full buy for Na'Vi. So losing that pistol round means we're not going to see any AWPs anytime soon on Guardian, I don't think, and they don't even have any grenades to work with. This is actually a really scary position on the CT side, because with all those choke points, you can get so much done with just grenades on this map as CTs. Yeah,
agreed. We saw the envious meta that people posted on Reddit, which was about 4 auto snipers or something, and that is down to how the map is laid out. There's so many choke points, so many long distance battles, but this is very aggressive coming out from Flamey. He may as well catch Pasha, and he does. There is the opener for the team from the CIS region, but Snacks, he knows where they are. He's going to go for them, try to get the return, and he does.
It's even up now as they get closer and closer to the site. Guardian able to take down Neo. Excellent double kill from Guardian as Flamey chimes in with one as well, and that's going to leave it all on the shoulders of the man Taz as he tries to work his way into an angle. Will find the first kill. Flamey goes down. Worked his way onto the 1-on-2 now. Still a minute to play with, but gets caught on the side by C, so excellent stuff there from Na'Vi for the hold. That aggression by Flamey on Ali, that's just what the Doctor ordered.
Yeah, I agree, especially like you said, they lacked an AWP player, so they went aggressive. They took Pasha by surprise. He wasn't expecting it at all. And that's surprising because on the CT side for Virtus.pro, Pasha is also an Ali player. So you'd expect him to expect something like that. But because Virtus.pro won the pistol, because they won the first 3 rounds, they do have enough money to rebuy again. And C's here, he's taking a leaf out of Flamey's book from the last round.
Just trying to see if he can get some info. He's going to hear a lot of stepping, and this is like really smart from Taz there. Taz is their inner player for Virtus.pro, so he knows all the spots, all the tricks, and he knows that it's super likely that when that smoke is there by the CTs, it's so that you can kind of wait behind it to get the info and to maybe even get the drop on some players. So not getting the kill on C's, but forcing him back a little bit, and that's the presence that you need to open up the options. Now Na'Vi don't know. A or B, it's very obscure for them at the moment.
It is. The bomb is towards B, but the fact that the poles are in the white halls, it could mean that Taz may use, of course, the new flashes, flash out the windows, and flash out onto that outer A bomb site where Bayali and co will creep in from behind, but Flamey, there is the first for the team from the CIS. Edward with the headshot, Zeus chimes in as well, and there is the second for the bearded man, and Passion out in a 1v4.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. I don't think they want to actually... I think they're okay with letting him live here because at this point, like holding on to your weapons is so important. They're going to invest at least one man into this. There's Zeus, but oh wow, Pasha doesn't hit that shot. Zeus does take him down and can claim the AWP, so that's really a really strong result. And as you mentioned before, like they didn't have any AWPs going for them, but now they finally do. Drop straight onto Guardian, who will probably be playing the upper or inner with it. And that's exactly how Na'Vi want to get this map started.
So let's see where Guardian's actually going. Yep, he is going to stay on the inner bomb site. He's going to hold the lower ramp, and he's going to have, I believe that was Seized going towards the upper ramp. So Seized, there he is. He's on top of the train, and he's going to try and flash the T's back. But if any T's come knocking, Guardian's there waiting for them.
This is just one of those spots where you just got to get the nades in and just pray for the best. Try to get the bomb down. Maybe a couple kills would be an excellent bonus as all the nades come out of the window and they go for that wall of smokes. Again, just want to get the guaranteed plant. That's what this round is about, but this Zeus's job is to stop that plant from happening. And he is close behind the smoke. They haven't arrived just yet. They are slowly making their way towards it though, but Na'Vi, they're all over this right now. C's catching most of them as they cross, and Taz is the last man standing, and no damage really done by Virtus.pro.
Yeah, Navi knew exactly what was coming there. And again, you've got to feel sorry for Virtus.pro with only those pistols, and now Taz with only a P250 and 32 HP. Even though some of them did invest in armor, it's just so difficult on such a CT-sided map when your teammates are as stacked as Navi are here. They had so many nades to work with. They've got 4 defuse kits going in Guardian with the AWP, and Taz will most likely hit the floor sometime soon as well. And it was a headshot to add insult to injury. 3-3.
Indeed. So now Na'Vi feeling quite comfortable on the money with so many clean rounds there. Two rounds where they only lost 1 player, as we could see. So 3-3, the score's been evened up, and the full buy from Virtus.pro is going to come in, and we'll get to see how this kind of works with Guardian AWPing on inner against the full buy of Virtus. Now, do they still go for that A play? They've been quite good actually about taking control of inner before making a play, and that's going to always keep Na'Vi guessing. So that's a good base to work from.
Nade from C's, dropping Neo all the way down to 82 points of health, but Flamey says see you later to Pasha through the smoke, and Flamey, my word, he's had Ali under full control so far here this game for the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been an edge for them to like take him down there, but somehow he actually comes out on top there against 2 AKs, so that's kind of unlikely, but it's going to mean that Virtus now down a Pasha, and they've got to try to make their next investment actually count, because they lost Pasha in that pick attempt, didn't work out. So they've got to try to finish on the bomb site now somehow. So it's killing a little bit of time, getting in position, going to get this execute happening onto the A-bomb site once again. But Edward up close by the electric box might be putting in the damage right here.
Out they come towards Edward. They know exactly where he is. He's got to deal with Taz to the left, and he's got poles to his right, but he's not going to be able to deal with the ones on his right. Flamey with the headshot to get his second of the round. And now Bayali and Neo, smokes go down. That's connector cut off, and they need to plant. 20 seconds remaining.
So here we go, all on Neo against these 3 players for Na'Vi, and he's going to try to jump around. It's not going to happen. And another round, almost, well, pretty clean there. I mean, only losing 2 players, that's so acceptable because they're still going to be building bank. If you're losing like 3 or 4 players, that's when actually you start losing money. So, despite winning the rounds, so good stuff here from Na'Vi, keeping everything within acceptable losses. And Virtus.pro back onto a pistol round with just a few nades to scrap together.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see Virtus.pro now just perhaps push straight in towards the B bomb site here, or maybe even drop down towards ladder room or Ivy and see, or Pop Dog, sorry, rather, and see if they can push out. We've got Zeus who's playing very passive, and that's exactly what the CTs need to do. They'll know how powerful these P250s are, and especially the Tech 9 are up close and personal, so they've got to play passive, keep their distance against the poles.
And they want this inner push at the moment. But Guardian, this is the first time we'll already see him, I think, coming into play. But the smokes, if they do the job, will deny him. And there is the first one to get themselves out there. And Guardian always getting tagged down by a lot of bullets, but still alive and kicking. Not going to connect anything just yet. So Guardian, he's going to be in trouble. But no, he's got seized Zeus, Edward to cover him as they're all on the site in time. But the bomb goes down, and that's mission accomplished here with a bonus kill to boot for Virtus.pro. And that's all they wanted to do in that round.
Yeah, exactly. Extra $800 for each of the Virtus.pro players. And that could very well mean that Pasha may be able to afford an AWP, and of course there it is, but he hasn't gone for it. And Virtus.pro perhaps here opting, yep, there we go, an all-rifle setup, and instead they're going to go full in with grenades. And of course, on a map like Train, smokes are so crucial, and Molotovs as well on the T side. It allows you to flush out different corners, different areas, because there's so many different hiding spots here for the CTs, be it behind a train or hiding in a corner somewhere. It's so tough for the T side.
And Virtus.pro, one of the most innovative teams with those Molotovs. But this time it's going to be Guardian that is going to have that impact kill, takes down Taz. And this is the story over and over again. We've got Na'Vi picking up these early kills with these aggressions. And that's they're down to 3 men now of Virtus.pro. Getting out picked by the CTs. Snacks angry, going to be bursting through onto Yard with a kill onto Zeus as Virtus.pro try to execute onto that A bomb site. Now, still a lot of work to be done here as Edward is going to be getting himself down Pop Dog. Won't matter though, Guardian picks up the kill onto Neo as well. Guardian with some really important ones in this one. And 63 is now the score. Na'Vi don't look to be having any trouble with this.
He was really well played from C's as well, because he pushed the lower ramp within the inner bomb site, and because he pushed into the white halls, he will have called to his teammates that it was clear. Not only would have he potentially been in a great position to flank from Pop Dog, but of course it gave the rest of his teammates the information, and that's why there ended up being 4 out of 5 Na'Vi players ready and waiting for Virtus.pro on the outer bomb site.
Yeah, it's really tough to deal with so far for Virtus.pro. It feels like if they actually did try to get an AWP together on Pasha and try to play a pick into Ali or main, maybe that could actually work out at the moment, because they're just going for these executes, and Na'Vi being on top of their business, and once again they are going to test Na'Vi. It's looking pretty good here. Taz with the entry onto Zeus. Pasha as well, getting an entry of his own. So now Na'Vi look a little bit stretched on this A bomb site, and it will get planted as well. So Snacks in a really good position. It's going to be hard to see Na'Vi taking this one back. Taz looking to come in from the side as well. So Edward with it all to do, and Guardian, he's like, I don't like this. I'm gonna just go back, try to save this off, and well, Virtus.pro all over that. So this time it works. I mean, I guess they just had the confidence in this outside play, and this time it's working out, and that's an important factor. Sometimes you're not playing it's not the wrong play. It's just we didn't hit the right shots sometimes. So I like the confidence of Virtus to just keep trying until it worked.
And now, we actually saw Taz in that last round. They're probably listening to you, Dan. They have picked up the AWP, and they're going to give it to Pasha. And again, like you said, Flamey goes so aggressive at that back alley area and keeps pushing. If Pasha can take advantage of it, he may be able to get a kill and spread the CT defense, but Guardian comes in. Headshot whilst moving as well. That is how good Guardian is. Out-AWPing Pasha. And Edward here, well, this could be an absolute slaughtering, and it will be. 3 kills from Edward. And Guardian and Edward there dealing the damage for Na'Vi. And Natus Vincere march on with another round.
That is ridiculous. I don't believe it. That's like perfect timing. That's like hashtag get right things right there. That kind of timing is usually only get right gets it. But this time Edward, he has been blessed for at least that round. And 7-4 is now the score. So Na'Vi looking quite strong. on their CT side. Virtus.pro now, they still can put a buy together, but it's looking a little bit strained at this point. Just 2 Tech 9s and 3 AKs. Looking potentially for a faster play towards inner, as we can see them trying to take control there. But the bomb is going to roll down the slope, and that is a disaster. Now Guardian's going to pick up a quick one onto Taz, and it couldn't really be worse here for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, we can see all the Navi players rotating around already. Fortunately, though, Virtus.pro have picked up. They've retrieved the bomb down to that smoke. And 2 are going to now rotate round away, possibly drop down the ladder. But they're leaving Snacks here, maybe to make a bit of noise, maybe faking in a push. Meanwhile, the rest of them push out to the outer bomb site.
What a good read there from Edward as well. He's like, well, enough time has passed for them to potentially double back. I'm just going to smoke off Pop Dog now. So they don't really have any options to play with. Na'Vi are just very smart with the use of grenades, basically just squeezing Virtus.pro until there's nothing left in this round. But it will be a nice entry from Snacks to try to open themselves up onto a bomb plant. And so far, it's actually not going too badly. Snacks is actually exploding right now. 2 quick entries, but Guardian is alive, and they're on top of things. Again, Na'Vi controlling the situation, and we're going to get a pause in from Virtus.pro.
Yep, pause. And obviously this will give them some time. We've already talked about these pauses, how we saw it work for Titan actually in the last semi-final, and it'll allow Virtus.pro to have a chat with each other, particularly their in-game leader in Taz. They could be arguing or something along those lines, and just to get their heads back into the game and refresh themselves and decide how they want to take on the next few rounds.
Yeah, I mean, they've had very success when it comes to actually just playing outside. I mean, like we've mentioned a few times, we haven't actually seen a heavy picking style. Like sometimes teams will say, hey, actually this round, we've been saving a few times, we've been losing a few rounds in a row. We're just going to hit up the double ops or something and just go for a pick on Ali and maybe main. We saw the one-on-one from Pasha and Guardian. Had that gone Pasha's way, because I mean that changes everything, and that situation can definitely go Pasha's way. So I think Virtus.pro, what they're doing is, it makes a lot of sense. It's working. It's just Na'Vi are just on top of some of these angels, and that's really the difference. I think it's very slight.
Yeah, exactly. Get a pick at main towards Guardian. For example, if Pasha had gotten that pick and a pick at Ali, and then before you know it, the CT defense is spread and the outer bomb site belongs to the Poles. All they have to do is smoke connector, because the rest will be coming from the inner bomb site. So let's see what approach they're going to take. They may very well take a leaf out of your book, Dan, so let's see what happens. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes what you're doing is correct. It's just not like someone just misses a shot that maybe they should have hit, or maybe Guardian just hit some ridiculous shots. So you've got to give respect to the opponents, and I think that was a nice bit of reflection. Virtus.pro using that pause that they had in store for them. And now we have the match back underway. So just a pistol now, so they get an extra bit of time to chat if they want to. But we are going to see the outside push, and maybe they can even pull off a plant here. Although Zeus is going to be there to deal the damage with Flamey, and Snacks is actually going to get the bomb down. The good old fake. That's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Navi actually rotated all their men around, and I think they're going to be a little bit angry with that, because if Snacks loses this one, it's going to be an extra $800 for Virtus.pro each, and it will be. So 9-4 will be the score, but like you said, let's see what approach they take now on the gun round through Virtus.pro.
I actually am a little bit shocked that the bomb went down there. Like,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
Because it's what trains one of the easier maps, because if you stay around inner, next to the connector, you're so fast to the A bomb site. The bomb site's like just there.
It's just like
as you come out
goes
connector.
through CT spawn, or like you said, through connector. And well, the observer's pointing out that Guardian, he's rolling in the dollar right now, 16K.
Nice. No auto snipers though. Very I am disappointed.
Yeah, this isn't the train metagame we want.
Indeed. All right, so no ops from Virtus.pro. I think they only really bought an op like once on Pasha. I think that was about it. We have not seen them trying to use that to create opportunities on their T-sides so far. They are sticking with the rifles, which is indicative of like really fast plays, trying to really explode out of these choke points to get those fast takes. They haven't been super successful on the inner actually just yet either on these buy rounds.
Haven't been successful, particularly here at Ali. Flame has had it on lockdown, and Pasha, there's 2 Virtus.pro players now there at the back of Ali trying to deal with him. Pasha and Bayali looking to try and play out as a team. Pasha's coming towards him, and that was a great smoke from Pasha. It'll now allow the 2 poles to creep up, but Navi, they've rotated round. Zeus and Bayali, not Zeus and Bayali, Zeus and Flamey prepared for him to come.
Yeah, this is actually really, really interesting right now because they have noted that it could be a weakness to go through Ali. And then they go now. Zeus with the defense. Only 1 kill for him. The trades are there. But Guardian, I think that was a double as well. Excellent stuff from the AWPer of Na'Vi. And that's going to put it all on Snax once again. And that bomb is down in the worst of spots. And there's just no time to play with for Snax. But he might be able to get some extra damage and just be annoying here for Na'Vi. And he's going to find Flame. He gets the spray down. And there it is. Guardian with another frag. And it was a nice idea. I think you highlighted it. Like Flame has it on lock on Ali, but he's playing so aggressively that it feels like he's asking to get picked actually in some of these spots, just sitting there with the M4. Like if 2 guys peek at once, you'd expect maybe that he should actually lose that duel, but so far he's just been consistent.
And Virtus.pro, last round of the half, and of course we have the force buy. So is it going to be inner? Is it going to be outer? Let's wait and see. We have 4 rifles for Na'Vi, but Seized gets the first frag here for the team from the CIS. A headshot onto CS 1.6 legend in Neo. And now Virtus.pro here, they've got to try and decide how they want to try and approach this. At the moment, they're taking their time. They have retrieved the bomb, which is the good news, but they're so spread out here from each other. And Seized, yet again, going so aggressive up against Taz. Fortunately, though, there is the headshot with the Tech 9, and now it's 4 versus 4, and this favors Virtus.pro.
Yeah, this is actually nuts how they found that extra advantage, and now Pasha is going to put them even further in advantage now as they go a man up in this situation. There's plenty of time for them to work out how they want to attack the situation as well. They've got a few grenades to work with, but Flamey, he's on the move, and when this guy moves around, he does a lot of damage. This time, though, he will be nullified by Pasha, and that's going to be the go to get that A bomb site under control. But excellent stuff there by Edward as the bomb gets planted in this 2-on-3. He's going to creep around the bomb train right now to see if he can find a sneaky frag in there. He's going to spot one, looks for the engagement. It's going to be Biali that gets it, though, and they clean up 10-5. And I think both teams are going to be somewhat like okay with this result.
Yeah, definitely. 5 rounds is more than acceptable here on the T side of Train, but if Virtus.pro don't win their pistol round and we find Na'Vi on 13-5, then things could become a little bit problematic, particularly if Virtus.pro, after losing the first 3 rounds, providing that happens, don't win the initial gun round. That's going to be so important. Yeah,
it's going to be super interesting actually, because now we've seen Na'Vi's CT side. We're like, wait a second, they didn't win the CT side by just like holding positions. They're very proactive actually. They actually look for picks in a lot of these rounds very aggressively. So that gives you an idea that Na'Vi are very comfortable with this map, and that was the question mark. No one quite knew what they would bring to the table. So this pistol round, if they kick things off well here, Virtus.pro are going to be in a lot of trouble. So we're going to see how this opens up now. Biali's going to make a pick out of Ali, so already taking advantages for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, interesting that none of the Na'Vi players actually invested in grenades. They're all on the Glock armor. By Ali, he took a page out the book of Flamey by going aggressive at Ali, and it has given his team the advantage, but Seized, hungry to get that return frag. The rest of Na'Vi are rotating around towards him, so we could potentially here see an A split. A few people pushing Ali, a few people pushing mid, and of course we've got Guardian here hiding in the ladder room.
Very slow, very quiet. No cues really for Virtus.pro to play off of as the time does tick down, but there it is, Pasha spots 2, and that's going to give them so much info. Oh wow, what a snap there from Biali. He spotted all the players now, trying to tap down more with that P2000, but things are getting a little bit troublesome for him, but his teammates are on top of their form. Biali finally going to pick up frag number 4, and that's, wow, Neo even saved his smoke and his flash there, and Pasha saved the flash, so that was a really efficient round from Virtus. Na'Vi having a hard time.
And as a result of that, Virtus.pro, they are rolling in the money. Well, not really, but they've got some money to show. A few MP9s coming out, and a few Farmasses as well, and Biali going in with the M4. So he's got to be careful not to lose that and hand it over to these Na'Vi players. No armor, though, coming out from them.
Alright, so we're going to have the smokes over for A. So they're going to go for that very fast planting opportunity on that A bomb site. And again, that's the mission. Now, can they actually pull it off? I'm sure Virtus.pro are going to expect this. Once they see the smokes, they will know. Yeah, Neo just has to slow this down. He just has to kill the planter. That's all he has to do here.
That's a Great nade towards Pop Dog. Neo knew that the T's, if they're going to plant, they most likely are going to split and come out that way. But Guardian trying to plant through the smoke, but well, the Virtus Plow firepower here is just too strong for them. And there we go, 10-7 as expected, really. And like you said, DDK, the smoke's pretty much stated the obvious. It stated where Navi were really going to try and head there.
Yeah, that's one of those moves now that, okay, the smokes are really good, but people know what's coming at this point on train, so it doesn't really work anymore. If the CTs play appropriately, you can see how easy it was there for them. So I think Na'Vi is taking a moment to just have a little bit of a chat there in T spawn, and of course they're not expecting to get much out of this round. They've thrown one smoke in. It might be another bomb train smoke from Zeus just to see if they can get a little bit lucky. If they can take down Neo with just a hail of bullets through the smoke, then the plant can maybe go down, and that's really the best case here.
Smokes, defensive smokes going out from Virtus.pro towards Pop Dog to prevent Na'Vi potentially pushing out, and now they're falling back, playing it more passive. They want to keep their distance again with the weapons they've got. They don't want to give them away because these P250s and the Tech 9, of course, so powerful up close. I mean, the P250 becomes a one-shot headshot.
Absolutely, and they're going to just go into the bomb site now. Snack's on top of the train. They have no idea where he is. Going to drop in, get themselves some up-close and personal action, and it's going to be a pretty easy clean-up here for Virtus.pro. They only lose Snacks, but he picked up 2 kills with the SMG there, so that's an extra 1,200 in the bank for him, and they are all flush with cash.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned it in the second round. Na'Vi didn't buy up armor, so that Guardian can get his hands on the big cannon that is the AWP. And I'm interested now in seeing where he's going to head with it. Is he going to go towards connector and try and get a plant towards a frag, towards the outer bomb site, or is he going to head towards the halls and try and get a frag down towards the B ramp towards a CT hiding near spawn?
I think we're going to get a not live here and potentially replay it.
Maybe.
As nothing's happened. I think we saw that one of the players on Virtus.pro was about to peek as he read that there was a PC crash. So yeah, we're going to get a pause here. And yeah, we'll have to see how things do develop. And hopefully it'll be a speedy recovery on that PC and we'll get straight back into the game. But yeah, so far it's a really interesting match on train. Na'Vi showing that they have a lot of plays to go with. They really understand the map very well, and that they're actually poised to be in a game-winning position, or a map-winning position, actually. Yeah,
definitely as well. Now, okay, they are on the less favoured T side, but Guardian's now got that AWP in his hands, and we saw when he was on the CT side, he was the one getting the better of Pasha. So if he can still do that here on the T side, get those openings towards the bomb sites, then they're in luck. But when they do get the opening frags, they've got to act fast, because you mentioned it earlier, it's so easy for the CTs to rotate between both bomb sites really, really quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be really cool to see how Virtus.pro actually hold down sites, because what I noticed every time I've seen them play this map so far is that no team's actually able to be all that effective with their executes against Virtus.pro. They are really solid, actually, on these both bomb sites. Like, Taz is a monster when it comes to like just handling the business on inner, and of course just outside, just generally speaking, they've got so much to work with, so much skill, and they're so disciplined as well. They're not going to over peak angles. When for example a T side is like, okay, well, we can't really get these executes working, let's go to the picking game. Well, they're not going to peek you. They're going to make sure that you run into their team play setups, and Virtus.pro are forever this team that's really good at not even, like, they don't even have to use AWPs. Like, they're so good without AWPs as well. They can play that style so effectively that I mean, the thing here that's important for Na'Vi is that actually they have some money now to actually play with. But looks like we are going to go back into the match. So very speedy recovery, and that is always good to see.
It is, yeah. Like you said, Virtus.pro, they have some really, really versatile players on this side. But what worries me and also surprises me is that Virtus.pro, we've got Neo, who's actually sticking with this MP9. I mean, the FAMASes, I guess you can argue for and get away with up against the AK-47, but I worry for Neo. But if he does get a kill, then the kill bonus will be lovely.
Absolutely, it's going to be pretty juicy. And we'll have Na'Vi actually pushing in. Actually, no mates to support that. And so that's kind of cool, just to get a guy deep in. And it's going to be Edward, but Neo's got that position, has the SMG, and that's just the right range for it as well. So now Na'Vi are down a man. They didn't get any map control out of it, and we're going to have Seas. He's going to run his attempt, but he's actually got the bomb. He's really far forward. They will spot the bomb. The rotation will commence as well. So Na'Vi in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, Neo definitely proved me wrong. Kill bonus is now his, but Bayali, M4 kill onto Seized, and now the CT's one man up unless Flamey can do something about it, and unfortunately he can't, as Virtus.pro slowly march towards not only their 9th round, but we could then see Navi have to eco, and that could see them tie it up at 10-all.
Yeah, we can see them going for this save, and again, something that could really work out for them is if Guardian could try to open up with a pick. But it's this situation where the only guy that might be opening up for an angle is maybe Snacks at the start of rounds. But Guardian's coming back in here. He wants to get some damage done. He doesn't want to just get hunted down. They want to make a round of this as they've re-emerged from Pop Dog. But 20 seconds left, and they're really exposed in the yard right now. Now, look how smart Virtus.pro are. They're waiting for the angles, but Zeus is actually going to pick up a kill onto Bialy, who did hear the stepping, and the bomb is going to go down with 7 seconds to go, so Na'Vi have somehow made a round of this.
They have. It was a safe plan, but Pasha has come in, and now the Orc Beast that is Guardian is all by himself. AK picked up, Snacks hits the floor, and now it's 1 versus 1. Between the Slovakian and the Pole, and the FAMAS wins it for Virtus.pro, 10-9. But you know what? Considering that was 4 versus 2, Guardian and Zeus did incredibly well there to plant the bomb as well, and that could allow them to buy come this round, and they could force it up.
And it's actually really smart the way that Virtus.pro set up, because they knew that they were down a man. So instead of trying to stretch themselves too thin, you can see that they're like, well, there's no time left. So if we just have a setup where we're right next to each other in connector, we can easily trade. We've got the man advantage. And they played everything right there, but it's just the sheer skill of Guardian and Zeus in that clutch situation that pulled Na'Vi back from the brink. But still, Virtus.pro do pick up the round. Severe economic damage was sustained, but they're still okay. And if they get a clean one here, then they can repair that damage and not have to worry too much. But Na'Vi not running any orbs this time.
Well, that is the question. Can Navi repair that damage? Molly in the hands of the in-game leader for Virtus.pro, and Pasha now looking to try and give Flamey a taste of his own medicine here at the back alley.
Yeah, and it's Pasha's not going to be, I think, peeking as freely as Flamey was. I can see Flamey is looking for something there, but I don't think Pasha's going to give it to him. As we have Na'Vi just using the clock as they can, trying to get some players to move, to peek, to get some info. But so far, there's just no give in Virtus.pro. They're not really giving any info or opportunities for quick frags for Virtus. Sorry, for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they're basically saying, come on, Navi, show us what you've got. We want you to come to us. We're not going to show you anything. And as soon as that smoke disappears, Ali, you know what? Pasha's got a Molotov for them, and now he's going to change his position because he knows Navi, with only 30 seconds on the clock, are going to get a move on, and he is prepared for them. Bayali says thank you very much as he gets a frag as well. And as things currently stand, unless Edward can potentially do what Seized and Zeus did, well, Guardian and Zeus rather did last time round, it's going to be another round loss here on the T side.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is that the mistake from Edward and Flamey there is that they have to just run through the Molotov. Like, there's just, they have to coordinate the push. And that's how, as you said, how smart Pasha is. And they might just get them after time here. Can they get the kills? No money bonus for them. Oh, not quite. Slow. That would have been brutal, but yeah, you have to credit how smart Pasha was. Drops the incendiary, and I was like, well, don't have to worry about this. If they run through, that's great. They're going to be really weak, but that means everyone, all of our attention is on the guys on yard. We kill them, and then they didn't go for a Molotov, so it's like 10 seconds passed since their mates died, and they're like, hey guys, anyone out here by Ali? And the answer was lots of Virtus.pro players. So here we go. Next round, an inner push potentially. Here's Taz.
It is Taz indeed, but he is no more as the Tasmanian Devil, as Navi consider heading towards this B bomb site. But then again, we now have 3 Virtus.pro players who have rotated around, and that is the fast rotation in action. But if Navi get their running shoes on and go towards A, then they'll only catch Bayali, and they could get a plant here. But of course, it's easy for me to say that because I can see the positions of all the players.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. I mean, Virtus.pro from their perspective, they can't be sure either which way, so they have to play safe. A safe 2-2 setup on either bomb site. They're slowly moving one player now from B towards connector, and just because it's a good position again, so fast between A and B, you can get smoked off on your angles, but it's quite late into the round, and as we can see, most of the grenades have been used by both teams. Pasha still with a lot of grenades, and the key thing is incendiaries too. They use them so well. But Na'Vi are busting into that yard area. Zeus with a nice kill there onto Neo as he pushes ever forwards. Oh, great shot onto Pasha, dropping him immediately as well. In comes Snacks, fast on the rotate through connector, trying to get up close and personal against these planters, but it's going to be the fast frag over the top potentially, but no, Guardian denies him, and Na'Vi will pick up a T round.
Yeah, that was such a tight force buy as well from Na'Vi. They lacked grenades, a few Galils out there as well, and the fact that they won that round is going to do their economy a world of good. And Virtus.pro, because they won so many consecutively, now, if they lose this one, money's going to be tight for them, and that could be exactly what the doctor ordered for Na'Vi. So let's see whether they can capitalize now. Guardian with the AWP, he was heading towards Ali, but if he can get a pick here onto Pasha and they can take advantage of that, this could be big.
And here it is. I think Pasha just spotted him, and he doesn't want anything to do with this unless there's a two-man setup into this. Oh, playing with fire against Guardian's AWP. They smoke him off. Look how safe that is. All they exposed was maybe like a hand, and then that was it there. And so that's how you got to do it against Guardian.
That's what Virtus.pro are so good at when they're holding tight choke points like this. They use a defensive smoke so well, the Molotovs, just to run down the clock. They know that if they can, for example, cancel out such a significant part of the map like Ali, and then Pasha can worry about somewhere else, it makes their life on the CT side so much easier. So much so that it's actually forced Na'Vi all the way back round to B.
Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi know that the money for Virtus.pro should be a little bit stretched, so that means that they should always play a really slow round here, because then when they finally execute in, Virtus.pro don't have any counter grenades left over. And we can see that's already the case. They've got 2 flashes left, that's it. And there's 30 seconds left for Na'Vi to exploit this.
They do have smokes, however, so the smoke towards connector, but no, that smoke was not placed, and they've been punished as a result. All VP players alive and breathing. Bomb is lost, and they've only got 15 seconds here, but Guardian, he wants to salvage something. He wants to get this bomb down. The Na'Vi players coming in. Edward can't get it. Is Flaky going to plant? Unfortunately, he isn't. And Virtus.pro, they gave Na'Vi the round last time round. They knew how significant this one was, because whoever lost that round, their economy was going to break. And unfortunately for Na'Vi fans, you lost that round. And here we go, the eco coming out.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold. Just the fact that they only lost 1 guy there is pretty crazy, because again, they didn't really have the utility they do right now, which is like full set of grenades, everything they want. So Na'Vi played it perfectly. They didn't have any grenades to defend with. That was just pure team play setups from Virtus.pro, and they survived with 4 players. And looks like they're going to have a fast pistol around outside again, see if they can get the bomb planted. They've invested in 5 smokes actually, so lots of investment for smokes. They really need that bomb plant right now. And yeah, you can see the bomber is actually set up on Pop Dog just alone there. He's just going to make a mad sprint for it.
They need to correct what they did wrong last time round. Last time round, some smokes went down, but it just wasn't enough to shut off all the angles. And you consider they've only got Glocks, they've got to get it right this time. But Zeus, he's planting here, he's planting in danger. Neo with the headshot. And is he going to be able to get the knife? Neo going for the knife! Knife comes in! Neo with the gut knife. And Na'Vi, it's going to take a miracle for him to get this bomb planted, and they're not going to be able to. And let's see how much money Neo has.
He even went with the //stab, which is like the fastest way to actually kill someone with a knife. If you've got full HP, is //stab. So that's very nice there, very nice indeed. And all right, so 12-11. Now we've got Virtus.pro back in this now. They've got an AWP on Snack still. And Galil's in action for Na'Vi. So again, we're going to see the outside execute. There's not many options other than this. It is very strong. So we'll have to see if they can make it work this time. They're going to be coming in right now. All nades over the top. Now, how well can Virtus hold this time?
That's what you can see. They've got a man slap bang on top of the bomb site, but I'm not sure Bayali knows what's coming straight towards him. Bomb down. This is good for Na'Vi, and now they can just fall back, play passive, and make sure they've got their eyes on this bomb to prevent any defuse coming in.
Oh, is he just going to go for the hold? That is so brave. I don't even know if they heard it, and he's just going to get a defuse. There's like 4 of them left alive. That's ridiculous. They don't even know what happened right now. They're going to completely wipe out all of Virtus.pro, but the round is won by Virtus. And the funny thing there is actually that in losing everyone and winning the round, it could end up being a little bit weird, because they don't actually have any money because they spent so much cash just then. So that's kind of an odd situation. But if Virtus win this, they're fine. But if they don't, they're on eco, and Na'Vi will have immediately like a tie game situation. So this is kind of this is an important one for Virtus to pull together, to be honest.
Yeah, it's getting really, really nerve-wracking for both sides. Literally no room for error here. And that's the thing about economy in CSGO. It's so evil, it punishes you so much, and you need to make sure you and your team are always on the right side of it. As far as being on the right side of the Kalashnikov is concerned, Na'Vi most certainly are. Guardian and Edward getting 2. Neo comes in, looks to make it a double, but he's dinked. He's bleeding internally, and the rest of the Virtus.pro reinforcements have to come in, but Neo's taking them on all by himself.
And they have... Oh, well, they did have Taz coming down top Pop Dog, but they are getting completely eliminated by Na'Vi one after another. It's just Neo left with 11 points of health, and that bomb's ticking away. He's not going to pick up the kill. They had a nice double peak potential there, nice trade setup. So Na'Vi pulled that one out the bag, and now we can see that situation put to Virtus.pro. They get $1,400 for losing that round. They get $1,900 after this one. So if we make do the hashtag caster math, it's going to be like around 4K for most of these guys. So that's pretty rough, because that means that, okay, there's no AWP guaranteed. They can get rifles, but to be honest, if they want nades, they have to buy FAMASs. So they can't really afford head armor, and Zeus still has a Galil. So this is rough for Virtus.pro on their buy on the next round.
It is, and that's the CT side for you. So much more expensive, especially after they up the price of the Silenced M4 as well.
Yep. And they have to buy as well. They can't eco another one. They have to do it.
Exactly.
Even though it sucks, they just have to. So it's definitely very rough. So Na'Vi getting themselves back into the game right at the latter stages, and C's already going to be picking up 1 kill. So just slowly eliminating one player after another. Little aggressions here, there, and everywhere from Virtus.pro, but it's all going to be over soon.
Yeah, Neo knows there's someone in the white halls. That someone is the Na'Vi in-game leader in Zeus. He'll pick up this Galil now, and he's most likely going to look to save it, but Edward's not going to let him. 13 all, and this round is going to be crucial for Virtus.pro. Everything you said, Dan, was spot on, and by Ali here, out comes the FAMAS. He's got to invest in the armor. You know, it's just so tight. And we saw Pasha early on.
Oh my god.
Exactly. We saw Pasha early on, how well he utilized the smokes and the Molotovs at Ali, which is such a key choke point. And he doesn't have any of that anymore.
Na'Vi dealt with this situation on their CT side by like pushing aggressively on Ali actually and picking up a kill. But look, if you can actually see that Na'Vi are predicting this, they're just sitting out there waiting for someone to actually push Ali and just a long range just gun him down. It's not happening though, so it's quite smart. Na'Vi know what they would do in this situation, and they're prepared for it. This is like one of those spots where we're ahead. How do we lose this round? We put in the early preparation so that we cannot lose it, and they're going to go for the execute. Na'Vi should come out on top here.
Taz versus Zeus, and Zeus has no idea how close Taz is. He's just going to fake the inner bomb site push, and you know what? It looks like it may very well be working. We've got 3, in fact 4 Virtus.pro players who've rotated all the way around there. Neo now has heard the calls from Snacks that Na'Vi, that Natus Vincere are running. They're stampeding into this bomb site. Kills being traded. It's 2 versus 2. Pasha holds on to a thread, and now he climbs into heaven. And this is going to be tough for Na'Vi to plant here, because Pasha and co are in great positions.
This is a good effort so far by Virtus, but you still have Guardian scanning around with the AWP. Taz will get the better of him. Very, very important frag there by Mr. Taz. Oh my goodness, great shot there by C's, and that's going to secure the bomb plant for Na'Vi and a very tense one-on-one. Now Pasha, he's got to make this happen for Virtus.pro. They don't have any cash to work with. This would be Na'Vi taking a really big swing of momentum back into the match and potentially taking this map. So everything's on Pasha right now. His experience really needs to come into play. He doesn't have a kit either. This is looking really grim for him, to be honest. What can he do here? If C's plays this perfectly, this should be over. Oh my goodness! How on earth did that happen? Pasha somehow gets the kill, but I don't know if there's enough time. Indeed, there's no time, no kit, unfortunately for him. That was the state of their money. They had to cut every single corner, and that means no kits. So Na'Vi pick up the round, and once again, Virtus.pro, they might have to play for the overtime here because they can't really put a buy in here.
Well, you can see how much that round meant to Na'Vi. Pasha so unlucky not to have a diffuse kit. In all honesty, I was so surprised that C's showed so much of himself in the first place. But the CS gods are in favor of Na'Vi. Virtus.pro only with pistols. Pasha with a smoke, a few flashes here and there. And Pasha, he's hiding behind the double boxes, but surely Navi are going to check that. But Virtus.pro, they've gone so aggressive here. They know they need to be up close and personal to deal damage with these pistols.
Ouch.
Yep, they checked it.
Ouch. These frags, these nades. Brutal. Na'Vi definitely taking good control of this round, as they should. They are losing a couple players, though. Oh my goodness, all of a sudden we're down to a 2-on-2. However, no armor for Taz. Neo's on 2 HP, and there's no Kevlar on anyone. So, Taz, oh my god, he finds a fast headshot onto Flamey. All of a sudden, this chaos has resulted in Virtus.pro standing tall, but there's Guardian. He's got the pistol out. He knows they're weak. He's going to have to go back for the bomb now, and this is a ridiculous situation for them to find themselves in.
Yeah, the call will have come in from Guardian's teammate that Neo is pretty much a dead man standing, but despite that, amazing headshot from Neo. See you later, Guardian. You can see his reaction. He has no idea what just hit him. And Guardian, you just took an AK bullet to the cranium, my friend. 14 all. DDK, are we going to overtime? This game has been so even, so tight.
This is ridiculous. How on earth did they pull that one off? 14-14. We're all tied up right now towards the latter stages of map number 1 in this semi-final. Who is going to face off against Fnatic? Well, Taz is going to open things up well for his team. He is very weak now, though, but very important kill for him. However, on the other side of the map, Snax does go down as well, so all evened up at the moment.
Neo, I think he may have heard some footsteps coming in from Edward. He's focused on that area. Mollies and nades going in. He's just waiting to see if he can get a frag that will leave his team one man up.
So they are still holding on to the control of the inner area on Na'Vi. They've got loads of options, and Flamey's going to actually play in with his teammate Edward there. Great team play. They pick up the kills. Neo's very close though, and Edward's so low. Surely, oh my goodness, he doesn't get the frag. I don't believe it. But Guardian comes back into play. That's a 2-on-1 advantage now going for Na'Vi. Virtus.pro, all they have left is Taz on 6 HP. They've done more with less, so you can't count them out now.
Spot on, and he has to take a gamble here. He has to sit on one of the 2 bomb sites, or maybe in connector, and hope that Na'Vi come towards him. Making their way towards Ali, which suggests that they can have their hearts set on this large array bomb site, but with only 15 seconds to go, they've got to get a move on. They've got to plant this bomb. One player plant the bomb, other player cover the other. And you know what? If they plant the bomb here on the outer bomb site, Taz is going to be far, far away.
This is going to have to be legendary from Taz.
Well, that last round was legendary, but he's not going for it.
Yeah, this is, I mean, they need everything they can pull into the next round, and he has no idea where anyone is standing. He does have a kit though, and so he wants to save that into the next round. I think this is definitely a smart play by Taz, but what a ridiculous round, series of rounds we're seeing going down to the wire between these 2 teams since Taz backs away safely, and I think Na'Vi are just happy to just survive here, keep themselves with those weapons that they have and not take any risks. Although, I think Edward actually died to the bomb there. So he did die to the bomb just to prevent a potential ninja. But here it is. It's going to be Na'Vi on 15 rounds, Virtus.pro on 14. We have a Scout on Pasha, CZ on Bialy. Snax is with the 5-7, so yeah, the car boot sale comes into play for Virtus.pro.
Quite literally sat here shaking my head. These buys from Virtus.pro, is it going to be enough firepower, or are Na'Vi going to head into DE_Inferno with a 1 map lead? Who would have thought it? Na'Vi beating the almighty Virtus.pro on Train, a map which they've looked so strong on online, and of course they beat Envious on yesterday. Let's wait and see how it unravels, because this is going to be one heck of a round.
And all they can do is wait for Na'Vi to push into them. They don't have the ability to make these aggressive plays at the moment. Although Pasha was actually able to take Edward down with a quick tag on the Scout. So mobile with that Scout, and he's using it well. And so now Na'Vi just they want to end the madness. They want to get in here. They want to finish it off and abuse those advantages as they do make their way in. Just for a quick peek or 2 and then back away. They forced out some of the grenades from Virtus.pro, who are very light on grenades now. Just 3 left, in fact. 3 flashes, that's it. And 1 kit, and it's on Taz.
This is difficult. It really, really is for Virtus.pro. But let's see what Na'Vi are going to try and execute. Snax is going to go for the pop flash to try and clear out this lower B bomb site area. But he's not going to find anyone. But we can confirm that Natus Vincere, they have to move now. 15 seconds to go. Snax in a great position to capitalize, but it's not going to happen. But Neo and Pasha come in. Scout kill from Pasha, M4 kill from Neo, and Virtus.pro with 6 seconds to go. GG has been called. Ladies and gents, we're heading to overtime. When it seemed like the Virtus Plow were out, they somehow still managed to grab it. And can you believe it?
That round from Neo, where he finishes it off with the clutch, like survives with 2 HP after taking down, I think the guy in toilets, I think it was, and the White Halls, picks up the AK, and then with 2 HP, no armor, that clutch was insane. And you can see how important it was. 15-15, overtime on Train. This is a really good semi-final so far, and we still have so far to go. So we've got the overtime, and I don't know what's going to happen. This is amazing.
It's just too close to call, you know what I mean? I guess now both teams, they've played 30 rounds against each other, I guess. Let's see what information they've managed to get on each other, how they try to counteract it. Let's see what both teams as well have under their belts. It's MR6. They've not got much breathing space here. They've got a heck of a load of money to work with, but no AWPs coming out from Virtus.pro, so that's an interesting approach from them.
Yeah, I think they play this so well, just the Rifles playing behind their smokes, in their team play setups. And it's kind of nice because they don't take the gambles against potential AWPers like Guardian. So, because I think that's what would happen potentially is you're up against Guardian in a one-on-one, and I guess they don't like that situation, and I don't blame them. Guardian's pretty good.
Look how aggressive they're getting here towards Connector. They're literally, this is what Virtus.pro are known for, playing sexy, aggressive Counter-Strike. They're not giving Na'Vi any breathing space here. Last time round, they gave them room to play. Now they're not going to let them do it. They're going to say, look, we're going to do what we're known for. We're going to get up close and in your face and, well, try our best to demolish you, and let's see whether they can do it.
This position from Neo is actually incredible. Look at this, he's going to actually turn the corner, and oh no, the spray does nothing, and they're going to pile on through onto that bomb site now. Piali's the next point of defense, but it's Snax. Snax is the one to pick up the double and put some control back into the round for Virtus.pro, but it's still going to be a hard-fought battle to stop this bomb from going down. If that can even happen at this point, Snax is going to try his best on the bomb train itself, but it's going to be very difficult now. But in comes Pasha from the side, and Virtus.pro enclose around Na'Vi. And it should be pretty easy to deal with Zeus now. He's locked away, and Snax has the key.
He most certainly does. Virtus.pro, they somehow managed to salvage that round. And like you said, Neo early on was in such a good position, and it's so disappointing that he didn't get the frag there in the end. But now this is the thing about MR3. We can see the finances here of Na'Vi. They are going to buy these AK-47s. They were fortunate that they planted the bomb, but if they had lost that round, then it may have come back to haunt them. Meanwhile, Virtus.pro, it's a full stack from them. Look at the amount of smokes they have. Look at the amount of Molotovs. It looks like Na'Vi are going to go for another execution here. They're preparing with these smokes, and Zeus is preparing here by breaking down the windows. But did they just land the grenade on him?
I'm not sure, actually. I think I had like a dink or something.
Yeah, they must have done.
I think he got wallbanged or something like that, but we're going to have the push coming in again from Na'Vi. And this is just Train, just these pushes on yard. It's unrelenting. Everyone knows what's going to happen. Oh, that's a good angle there from Snax. Somehow doesn't find all that much damage. Decent attempt, though, is we'll have Neo coming into play as well. And Snax up on the bomb train. It is a hail of frags coming from Virtus.pro. They clean up excellently and really showing that they can hold down the yard very effectively. And that's why they're so dominant. Even if the push does go to inner, Taz has been very consistent there as well.
Yeah, and there's that's exactly what I was talking about. We can see Galil's coming out. It's going to be a tough buy here coming out. Sees only 3.2k. So again, a significant lack of nades for Na'Vi. And the last 2 rounds, we saw them try to execute quite heavily, utilizing the smokes on towards the outer bomb site, and Zeus flashing in from inner. But they tried A twice, they didn't have much luck, and by the looks of things, to no surprise, they're going to try the inner bomb site, and that was probably the nade that was... No, that won't have been the nade. Would it? I mean, it dealt around 40 damage to Zeus. I'm thinking back in the last round. Can you warbang with the M4 like that, deal that much damage to that?
I'm not actually 100% sure, to be honest.
I want to download the demo, take another look at that.
Alright, so we have Taz again waiting behind that smoke. We talked about that before. Very standard position at the start of the round. Snax is there to deal with any players that come through upper, and there are about to be a torrent of terrors moving their way through, but great shots. Both Taz and Snacks locking it down. This is looking very dominant now, as there's just 2 players left here for Na'Vi, trying to get their way into the site. Zeus does pick up 1 frag in consolation, but he's leaving Edward with 4 men to kill. It's not going to happen. Virtus.pro pick up all 3 rounds in the first half of overtime number 1 for map number 1 here in semi-final 2 for the Gfinity Masters.
Solid stuff from Virtus.pro, really was, and we saw already in normal time how strong their CT side was. And when you give them so much money, they can use it and abuse it. And Na'Vi here, quite literally, they don't have any room for error, and they are going into the more favoured CT side, however, where they did get 10 rounds themselves. So let's see what happens for them. Are we going to go into a second overtime? Can you see it happening?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely on this map. And the thing is that we probably won't see many AWPs either on the T side, because they're going to be thinking of the situation where, and it depends on how confident they are in getting bomb plants, because there's so few rounds and you get 10k. So if you buy an AWP and full armor and nades, it's like 7k or just gone. Yeah. So you got to be careful with that. And we will see Guardian go for the AWP, and he isn't going to buy up many nades, despite being able to buy up a lot. He doesn't get a kit either. Very smart to conserve his economy a little bit in this round in case he does die. He can still get M4s in the consecutive rounds. Okay, but faster push coming in here from Snacks, just walking out into yard, taking a kill, backing away. Very crazy start to the round here, just pushing all over the place, and it's going to be Na'Vi coming out better.
Yeah, typical Virtus.pro play, trying to make sure they're the first ones getting on the score sheet, but unfortunately, as far as this round is concerned, it's round 4 of the first overtime. Snacks is looking for Na'Vi players to try and feed on, and well, Guardian popped out towards him, but Guardian doesn't miss them. 18-16.
And to be honest, it's actually really important that in a chaotic round like that, Guardian, again, does survive with the AWP, that even if he would have died, that the AWP would be recoverable, because again, the investment went into it, and you can see he's being very tentative, only with a couple grenades, no kit, trying to save his money in case the worst could happen. And now we're going to have an next round play out, and Virtus.pro going to be scrappy in that way, because they weren't really going for an execute there, they're just pushing all over the place, playing individually, and they can be dangerous like that, but got a feeling we're going to see the execute now from them, just the set play of grenades and the smokes on the A-bomb side once again.
Edward here, he's going to be pretty much a massive nuisance for Virtus.pro unless they can execute him first. They're taking their time. Edward considering the Molotov there through the window, because of course he saw the Virtus.pro players shoot it, and he's seen the nades flying out, so he knows they're there, but it's missed, it's going to drop back down. Fortunately though, another Na'Vi player is going to slow down at connector, and there is the headshot that I said Virtus.pro needed. The up close and personal player in Edward has been terminated. Guardian stood in hellfire, but still gets the frag. Zeus and Flamey with a frag each, and Bayali and Neo now in this 3 versus 2, make it a 3 versus 1, and it's now a 3 versus none. Na'Vi, 1 more round is all they need to send us to a second overtime. Is it going to happen?
I gotta say, it's really weird with Edward there, trying to like throw that incendiary, because what is he hoping to do? Because he's waiting for the queue of nades to come in, but then they're gonna leave that position.
That's what I was thinking.
So it doesn't really make any sense. And he's like standing at E-box, just thinking, I guess I'll pull out another nade. I'm not sure, and then they just get completely wrecked.
I think he may have been better off just throwing it into Pop Dog, because they were exactly drop down Pop Dog.
Exactly, that would make a lot more sense. Kai Knight. All right, well, we're into the last rounds. Na'Vi just need 1 more to force it to another overtime. It is definitely going to be a battle of who can get that the golden T round. That's what it's going to be all about. Now Virtus.pro, they've got only Tech 9 on Snacks, unfortunately, for him. Oh, Pashak able to pick up a frag over towards Ali, so this time he's going to prove the better of Flamey in his aggressive tendencies on those Ali peaks. Could be the downfall. We'll have to see if it can compound into a strong push for Virtus.pro or a weaker defense for Na'Vi.
Oh, Snacks, he doesn't have an AK-47, but he does have a heck of a load of nades, so he could act very well as a utility player here. Use the smokes, shut off some areas, use the Molotov he has as well to clear potential corners where CTs might be hiding to aid his teammates. But it looks like they are going to try and push out towards the outer bomb site. Guardian gets caught with his hands in a tangle. Zeus now very low on HP. One of the last CTs trying to hold up the bomb site. Pasha will get his 2nd of the round. And now 5 versus 2. Is it good night, Na'Vi? It is.
There you go. And Pasha, see, I'm telling you, he knows that you have to run through the Molotov in that spot. Like, you just have to run through it. Like, you just have to. There's no other opportunity. Your entire team is pushing into the yard. You got to go through, and he does it. He gets the very key kill there. Guardian goes down straight away. Really nicely done there by Virtus.pro. Honestly, these nuke performances from both teams, I feel like Virtus.pro were like slightly better than Na'Vi, but it's so hard to call. But it's really, really exciting to get the first map to be so close like that. We get our overtime. Now we're going to go into Inferno. I have no idea how to call this one either, to be honest.